Today, we're diving into something that every field ops crew deals with daily: corrosion inhibitors in oil and gas gathering pipelines. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. We've been using continuous inhibitors for decades. What's new? Well, the data says it might be time for a rethink. Because the old set it and forget it approach, it's showing cracks. Let's start with a stat that should grab your attention. 85% of internal corrosion failures in gathering systems are due to accelerated corrosion. Not the slow, uniform stuff. I'm talking sudden, aggressive bursts of damage that catch everyone off guard. And here's the kicker. Many of those failures happen even when continuous inhibitor injection systems are running. That's right. The pumps are working, the chemicals are flowing, and the corrosion? Still happening. So what gives? To answer that, we need to zoom in. Literally, picture the inside of a pipeline. You've got varying flow rates, changing gas-liquid interactions, different elevations, debris settling into low-velocity sections. It's a constantly shifting obstacle course for those inhibitor molecules. And if they can't get to every nook and cranny, they can't do their job. Continuous inhibitors form a thin film on the pipe wall like a layer of armor. But that armor doesn't last forever. It needs constant replenishment, and that replenishment comes from water movement. No flow, no film refresh. That's when you end up with corrosion hotspots hiding beneath stagnant water. Here's another key insight. Many standard risk assessments are built on steady-state flow models. But the real world isn't steady, especially not in oil and gas gathering systems. Wells start up, shut down, restart. And with each event comes a surge of liquid, mobilizing debris, breaking inhibitor films, and triggering rapid corrosion. Think of it like a flash flood of corrosive activity. So the solution isn't just better chemistry, it's smarter strategy. We've got to stop treating every pipeline the same. Every segment has a unique risk profile. That means acknowledging differences in elevation, flow regimes, historical events, and debris accumulation. And it means being willing to go beyond one-size-fits-all time-based mitigation programs. Instead of sending pigs through the line every 90 days no matter what if we triggered a pigging run after a high-risk well startup? What if we used smart pig data combined with real-time wellhead pressures and flow rates to predict where corrosion risk is rising? That's where responsive strategies come in. With modern data analytics, we can anticipate transient events before they cause damage. If a certain well consistently causes flow surges during restart, we can plan additional mitigation, batch treatments, targeted pigging, maybe even pipeline depressurization in certain cases. And the tools we have today are powerful. Smart pigs can detect corrosion in its early stages, measure wall loss, and pinpoint potential leak sites. Combine that with flow modeling and inhibitor optimization, and suddenly we've got a full toolbox, not just a single wrench. And that's what this really comes down to. Using all the tools, data, analytics, smart pigs, tailored inhibitor plans, to build a risk-aligned corrosion mitigation program. One that's responsive, one that's segment-specific, one that works with the realities of your field, not just the assumptions in the office. Now I get it. This shift can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul your entire system overnight. Start with what you have. Review your existing data, flow rates, pressure trends, historical shut-in events. Ask yourself, are we collecting the right data to make smart decisions? If the answer's no, then that's step one. Once you've got a solid data foundation, dig into the trends. Are there pressure surges that align with corrosion events? Are there low flow areas that might be inhibitor blind spots? And then, act. Start small. Implement one data-triggered pigging run. Test one targeted batch treatment. Validate your assumptions with smart pig data. And iterate from there. Because corrosion mitigation isn't about crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It's about continuous improvement, adaptive strategies that grow with your system. So yes, continuous inhibitors are still valuable, but they're not a magic bullet. They need support. They need data. They need strategy. And if we're willing to evolve, willing to challenge the old assumptions, then we can protect our pipelines better, reduce failures, and improve safety across the board. So here's your call to action. Take a fresh look at your corrosion program. Dig into the data. Rethink your assumptions. And don't be afraid to ask the hard questions, because the cost of prevention always lower than the cost of failure. Thanks for listening.